Goblin. Are you ready to yap?
Hey Goops, it's Goblin. Today we have someone who gave us a mermaid book we've been yearning for. They talk about the complex feelings surrounding feminine rage, have a book coming out next week, and wrote a plot twist that literally shook me to my core. This is Whit Stanfield. Hi, I'm so happy you're here.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so
Of,
excited to be here.
of course. When you filled out the form and talked all about feminine rage, I was like, this is who needs to be on my podcast.
It's one of my favorite subjects,
Oh,
so I'm
I can't
happy to
wait
be here and yap about it.
Yay! Okay, so just to give everybody some backstory, where did the want and the love to write about mermaids come from?
It actually came from several places, but the strongest one, so back in COVID, when COVID was, just everywhere and everybody was at home, I'd had a son a few years before, and then I had a second baby. So I'm two babies deep, just chilling at home. And, we have Disney Plus on all the time because I'm trying to entertain a toddler while I have a baby. And we keep playing Moana. And a few years prior, I had this like crazy desire to read about a mermaid. And I couldn't find anything that sounded really interesting to me at the time. Now I feel like they're everywhere. But at the time, I couldn't. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching Moana sing about how the ocean is calling to her, and it just like idea blasts into my head. Moana is a mermaid, and it kind of just spiraled from there. And I took the Little Mermaid plot and kind of meshed it with Moana as a main character, but angry and kind of gritty. And yeah, it just kind of bloomed. I don't know that either of those fairy tales are really identifiable in A Sea of Song and Sirens, but they're there. There are nods to both of them there in the book. And yeah, that's where it came from.
I love that so much. So when you were writing, so for those who don't know, naiads are your version of mermaids, right?
I actually borrowed the term from Greek mythology. So the
Okay,
term's been
awesome.
around for a long time. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, when you were creating your version of naiads, what were some like typical mermaid characteristics that you were like, I have to use those? And what were some that you were like, ooh, what if I add this to it?
It's so much fun because I feel like in my head, I separate mermaids from sirens. And
Okay.
so I never actually use the word mermaid within the book other than in the dedication. But I feel like mermaids are ethereal and pretty and kind of, you know, magical, and sirens are like man-eating like monsters. I mean, they're pretty sometimes, but they're also scary.
Yeah.
And I loved both of those ideas, so I feel like I kind of meshed them together to create a naiad. Um, but yeah, I don't like my sirens don't have like the sharp teeth or the long claws or anything, but I definitely knew I had these like mental images of like an underwater kiss, which is in book two. If you've gotten far enough in book one, there's a moment where a naiad is being lifted onto a ship upside down by her tail, and I just had these like mental like scene ideas come to me, and then I had to flesh them out and figure out how to put them in the book. But that was a lot of fun for me, is just to take those like kind of tropes and themes and push them into the book in a way that made sense.
Ah, I love that. Yeah, I love the idea of that. A siren is so pretty that they're scary. Like I
Yes, and then singing to men. I mean, both men and women, but they really target men, I feel.
as they
And
should.
singing to them and luring them and killing them. Like
Yep.
it's
That's
just fun
that's what
for
we're
me.
looking for,
Yeah,
honestly.
exactly.
So why was it so important for you to add feminine rage and like that whole characteristic within your
Yeah.
FMC of Marin?
It's something that I think I and many women, especially women who are drawn to romantasy, can really deeply relate to, because women are so often told um, to be agreeable and to be obedient and to really fit within the mold of society that is designated for them. And it is so easy for for a guy to just display his emotions. I mean, maybe not in like the really deep, like, crying, upset. That's not what I'm referring to, but it's okay for men to be mad. It's okay for men to seek revenge. It's okay for men to openly hate something. It's okay for men to deviate from the norm and be a little bit more weird. And for some reason that's hard for women to do. And so when writing Feminine Rage, I just love the idea of writing somebody who breaks outside of that mold and is disobedient or unlikable or hateful a little bit, highly sarcastic, all of those things that generally society tells us we can't be.
Yeah. Oh, I always like to talk about how like men are told they're powerful, but women in the exact same scenario are told they're bitches. And it's like
Yes.
that same, it's like, no, we did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But
Why are men a
because,
boss and women bossy?
yes,
Right?
exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That it's so hard. Just going about life. I talked about this on on a previous podcast, where it doesn't matter what the thing is, but if like a woman likes it, it's deemed less than because a woman liked it and not a
Yes.
man liked it. But it's
Yeah.
that same thing of however we act, we have to act within the lens of like, well, we're a woman first, so whatever argument or whatever thing that we bring up, there's always going to be this level of, yeah, but you're a woman, so
Yeah. There's that extra pressure to prove ourselves. Yeah.
every single day.
Right.
Oh my gosh, even if we're saying the same thing
I know.
or said it better.
I
I'm
had this
getting in.
conversation recently with my editor too. Because as teenagers, you would always say, or you would always hear, "I'm not like other girls," and I already know where I'm going. And
Yes.
it's like, okay, but how are other girls? Like, tell me how you're not like other girls. You're exactly like other girls. You're just trying to break out of that mold that's designated for you.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people can't separate that. But I think we're getting there. I think we really are. So that's really exciting to see.
Yeah, I think that's such a big thing. Like, with the I'm not like other girls, there's so many layers to that because it is so on surface level, it's okay, well, I'm not like other girls because I don't like XYZ, right? But
Yeah.
then it's another layer of like, okay, well, I don't like how the men are seeing this certain thing that you like, so I don't
Yes.
want to be that. But then it's even deeper of, oh, no, I am like every other girl. I don't like when society tells me that I'm weak. Or I don't
Yeah.
like when society tells me that my interests are less than because I'm a woman. So if I separate myself from the
Yep.
typical women liking things, then I won't feel weak or all of those characteristics that people love to put on girly girls or whatever.
That's it exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I think it's something that most girls have grown up with, right? Like I did. I absolutely did. I grew
Oh
up and
yeah.
I was like, well, I'm going to be a tomboy because like I'm strong. Like don't tell me that I'm not strong. Don't tell me that I ran like a girl. Like no, I'll beat your ass. Like I don't tell me that I'm just like every other girl. But now it's like, yeah, I am like every other girl and
Yeah,
I'm so
exactly.
proud to be.
I'm so proud of it. Yeah, I am.
Yes.
You gotta own it. You gotta own your girlness. Like it's something that you have to figure out for yourself too. You have
Yeah.
to get tired of trying to appease men. Sorry, men, but we're tired of trying to make you happy. Like we're
Yeah.
here for us now. I would so much rather make women happy than men.
Exactly. I think, oh my gosh, I think that's what's so powerful about romance books and the romantasy and that community is we're literally creating a community and creating books for women.
Yeah.
By women, for women, just for the sake of enjoyment. That like that's it. There's no other ulterior motives. There's no other anything. It's just for the sheer enjoyment of I love to write, I love to read. Here you go, women.
I totally agree. I'll take it one step farther and say romantasy cultivates powerful characters. And so while yes, you're writing for women, you're also writing for a power that comes from deep within that we don't always get to tap into in our normal day to day. And I'm not saying that the average woman isn't powerful because we are. It takes a lot of power to get pregnant and have a kid, or to choose a career over family because that's what society tells you you're not supposed to do. It takes so much power just to get up and get yourself ready in the morning because that takes twice as long as it does for any man that just needs to roll out of the shower and go. Like every single piece of being a woman, honestly, I feel like you could find so much power within it. And it's not something that's recognized enough. And something about romantasy pulls that out of the book for me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
we really get to experience that. And I think that's why women gravitate to feminine rage specifically because it just makes us feel like there's more than what we're doing at home. It's that escapism aspect. And it's kind of new and exciting. And I don't know that traditional publishing until maybe like 10 years ago, really, or even like 5 years ago, um, really gave it the attention that it deserves. And I
Mhm.
feel like readers are now demanding it. And it's really great to see that the direction that the whole genre is going.
Yeah. I do think I think just in general, like we have to give a lot of credit to Suzanne Collins with um
Absolutely.
why
Hunger
can I not?
Games.
Yes, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna
It's my
kill me
Roman
in the
Empire. I love
yes.
that. I will not accept any criticism on that
Yeah.
series. It's
I,
my
and
favorite.
I think it's like it's the first time for a lot of girls where they got to read a story that was written by a woman for girls where it was like, no, you can be pissed off.
Yeah.
Like you're allowed to be pissed off that things aren't right and you're allowed to take that like you get to lead the revolution. And I think for a lot of us we've always just put men in that spot because that's where society has put men, like how many stories and TV shows and everything, it's always the male protagonist and everybody's
Yeah.
following him. But with the Hunger Games, we got this like so powerful like girl that we all got to like look up to. And I
Yeah.
think that has helped so many people. I think when I read it, I was like, oh my God, like I can do that. I mean, obviously I could not, but in my
Yeah, but you
head,
feel like you could and it resonates with you. Yeah.
yes, yes. And I think that's just been such a powerful thing within like the romantasy community is like giving us a place where it's like, no, the woman is the main character. Like we get to be the main character and we get to make the changes that we feel are important and we feel are like necessary for the trajectory of the world sometimes or
Right.
the universe. And it's so special that we've kind of like taken it, like we've taken a section of literature and said, "Oh, no, this is for us."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
I love
because
it.
fantasy was definitely male dominated
Of
up until
course.
very recently.
Yeah.
And we've taken over. I
Yes, we
I
have.
love Katniss though. I love her so much. She's such an unapologetic ice bitch. Like I love her and
As she
I
should be.
she
Like
should be. Yeah.
there's oh my gosh, there's so many books where you read it and you're like, are you not mad? Like, let's be
Yeah.
mad. Like, it's okay to be mad. And she was just so unapologetically a bitch. And I love
I know, right?
it.
Me too.
Oh my God. Just bonding over our love for
I
Katniss,
know,
honestly.
it makes me giddy to find another reader that just loves the rage. It's just the best.
It really uh, there's just so many levels to it, you know? And I just think it goes back to like our daily life. Like we're not allowed to. We are not allowed to be rageful without being like, oh, there's this emotional girl. She
Yes. Oh,
can't
she's
handle
kind
her
of
emotions.
crazy.
Oh,
That's
she's
I hate hearing that
crazy.
so much. I hate hearing that women are crazy. Like I just how are we crazy? Can you break it
How?
down for me? Because I see twice as many crazy men. Just saying.
If not more than
If
twice.
not more.
Oh my gosh. I saw this thread where it's gone on forever, but it's like um if women were in power, they would all start wars because they're too emotional. It's like name a war a woman started.
Yeah.
Name
Yeah.
one. Name one.
I have seen in like history, I can't think of her name. But I've seen women retaliate. I don't know that they've started anything though.
Fair.
So,
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
here
my
for the
gosh.
retaliation though.
Yes. That's literally what we've been waiting for is the retaliation of it all.
Yes.
Okay, so you have this quote, or I mean, I guess it's kind of a paragraph, in your book, and I want to read it. It's early, so I'm not like spoiling anything, I promise. But it talks so much about that like feminine rage, and I love it. So I'm gonna read it really quickly, if that's okay,
Yeah,
because
go for it.
okay, cool. All right. So we have hate. Simmering, soothing hate worked itself to a boil inside me. It was like poisoned sugarcane. I knew it could only hurt me once swallowed, could only grow and fester, yet the taste was too sweet, too relieving to not indulge. There was no other option when I found my garden smashed or my herbs missing than to pluck a poison cane from the roots of hate and bite into its sweet nectar, letting it stir and bubble in my belly, letting myself sink into its embrace. I like I literally stopped reading and I was like, listen to this quote. And I like read it to my husband because like it just felt like I felt so like one with this paragraph. I think like for me, like there's so many times and with my childhood that I've like felt so much rage and felt so much like animosity towards the world and towards like just societal pressures. And like when I read that, I was like, ah, like it just hit so hard.
That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear. Thank you.
Of course. Um, if you remember, I know this was 3 books ago, but when you were writing that, where did it come from for you? Like where did that spark? Because I just think it's so powerful, and I would love to hear like your commentary on it.
Yeah, those were the very early days of the book. And I think I was really grounded in what it feels like to feel so trapped and caged and not have an outlet for it. Um, and so when Marin's talking about how hate soothes her, it's almost like her own medicine. Like she can't really do a lot about the position she's in and the role that she has found herself within her community except to just sit around and simmer. And this is a coming of rage story. If I can borrow, it's actually Sheila Masterson's. I don't know if you've read her books, but
I don't
that's
think I
her
have.
phrase and I've adopted it because
Oh
it's
my
so fitting. um I feel like rage is a slow burn. It's not something you don't wake up and want to destroy the world. And so writing this character arc, I had to start small and leave seeds. And I feel like this is one of those seeds where she doesn't have a lot of options other than to just feel the rage boiling within
Mhm.
her. And she can't let it out yet. And so hating her community, that's her only option. That's the only thing that gives her peace.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so. Also, coming of rage is so cool.
I know, right? I love it.
That's so fun. Um, But yeah, oh, I mean, there's so many times where we're just so, I mean, just women, like we just have to feel it. We have to keep it inside. And I think even, I know this is just a normal, I mean, it's a normal topic for us, but like periods, like we're not allowed to talk about that. And that is a
Yeah.
like our entire body for a lot of people is ripping itself apart. Like we feel so much pain and we have to go to work like nothing happened. So
Yeah.
it like 90% of our life is just suppressing like the pain and the hurt and the emotions that we feel. And you read these romantasy books and you're like, they get to talk about it. They get
Yeah.
to act on that rage. I feel one with a a girl that just gets to be unapologetically angry. Like, I feel, oh my God, it's very close to my heart.
I'm so glad. I love that.
Me
It is
too.
it is an incredibly special thing when somebody says, I read your book and I really related hard to this. Like it's I don't know if there's words for it. It's amazing. So thank you.
Of course. So I know my brain and I knew if I like finished the book that I would like accidentally do like spoilers. So I've only read 50% of the book.
Okay.
Um, I'm not gonna say where I'm at because literally what the heck? Like there's so many plot twists where I was like, huh? What do you mean? So I'm not gonna say anything. But I'm glad that I didn't go further because dude, you know what chapter I'm talking about because I sent you a video about this. But when I read that chapter, I was like, huh? What do you mean? Like I like very calmly like set my Kindle down and I got up and like walked away. And I was like, hang on. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I wasn't expecting it at all. But yeah, great job.
Thank you.
That's the
I love that twist too because that's where it really gets real for Marin and that's where she's taken outside of her community and it's her first chance to like grow and lean into that hatred and start plotting her own revenge and that's kind of where it all starts. So, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's such an internal battle for her like throughout the entire first beginning of that book. Like it's an internal of no, I'm hateful, but I can't really do anything about it because where the hell else am I gonna go? Like I just have to be upset with my like by myself pretty much.
Yeah.
And then almost like that part, it almost I
It
mean
gives
it
her a
took away
target.
yeah, I mean like it took away her autonomy to like whatever. I'm not gonna say anything, but it took away her autonomy, but at the same time, it almost like gave her an outlet to like, oh, now I can actually like physically and like verbally and all of the things like show my rage. And so it's like blessing and a curse at the same time. Because like
Yeah.
obviously you don't want that to happen, but at the same time, it's like, oh, she finally gets to like verbalize how angry she is.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. I
I
love
love.
that you
Okay.
love it. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, don't say anything. Don't say anything for me or for the audience watching that hasn't read it yet. But yeah, I'm having a great time, as you can tell. Oh, okay. So one last question. After this book, or sorry, not this book, after this podcast releases in a couple days, your third book will be out. Do you have anything you'd like to tell yourself? Like a little verbal letter to Whit about, hey, your book's released.
Yeah, I want to say 3 books down, one to go. And
Yeah,
and then the series is wrapped. I'm so excited to finish the series and give everybody a bunch of answers. Book 2 and 3 both create a bunch of questions and it'll be fun. I do write cliffhangers, so I'm sorry if you're not a fan. But
I
I
actually like genuinely am the biggest cliffhanger fan, like
Oh, I love
on the
them
planet.
too. I love them. I
I
love how they like get into your brain and you're thinking about them months later. And
yeah.
I
I
love that so much.
I don't know if you're familiar. So there's a show on Netflix called End of the Fucking World. And the very first season, it ends with a black screen. So like there's so much tension. It's bad. Like it's really bad. And then it ends in a black screen. And in my head, it was the perfect ending. The perfect ending. You get no answers. You get absolutely no answers. But to me, it is the perfect ending. And I think there's another season, but I refuse to watch it because to me, like that is the
Yeah,
perfect.
it's
Yeah,
over.
so I am I don't know how many people there are, but I'm the biggest proponent to a cliffhanger. Like I love a cliffhanger.
I do too. I do too. But it will be nice too. And I am planning a couple of spin-offs with side characters to give
Oh,
them a
that's so
story.
exciting.
So yeah, it is exciting. But I have other big ideas and I'm ready to go chase those down. So yeah, one more to go after this.
Yay, that's so cool. Well, congratulations on book
Thank
three.
you.
That's so big. Oh my gosh. Like just first of all, publishing one book, but being able to say like I've published three, like that's so big. And I'm so proud of you. And yeah, incredible. Yeah, are you ready to do our Goblin's favorites?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And now it's time for Goblin's favorites of the episode. All right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna have you go first. Recommend your Goblin's favorite.
Yeah. I actually have it here. This is an early ARC copy. And I'm so excited about it. It's out in October. So my friend Sheila Masterson wrote this one, and it's basically about a woman who who has a poison kiss. And it also has a lot of
Fun.
feminine rage. So obviously, I immediately related to it. And it's just really, really good and has a ton of plot twists, which is my first and forever love, other than rage. So, yeah.
Oh, that's so much fun. Oh,
Yes.
I love when like authors get to see like other same tropes like in other books and then you just feel like this kinship to other
Oh,
authors.
yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
the indie author community is the best.
It
It
is.
it's the
You know,
best.
I'm biased, but it really is the best.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Ballad of Whispers by KB Elizabeth. So this book, the way that you talked about feminine rage as a slow burn, that happens in here. I don't think the main character knows that that's going to happen. But a lot of feminine rage comes at the end and I love this book. It was such a fun read. Also like the banter was bantering and the main guy is super hot. Oh my gosh, like I every time I would read anything he said, I'm like, yeah, done, marry me. Uh-huh, immediately. But it's such a good one, such a good read, and KB is amazing. I love her. We actually both live in Texas, so we've met a few times, which is super fun. But yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
so
awesome.
yeah, it's so much fun. Actually, when this is live, I will be at Villains and Vixens in it's Grapevine, Texas. But there are so many indie authors that are gonna be there, and
I
I'm like,
know.
I'm gonna be starstruck the whole time, just like I know you and I know you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so jealous that I'm not going.
I know. I looked, I was like, wait, is she gonna be there?
No, I wish. But I had the ones that I flew to earlier this year, and
Mm.
yeah, I'm
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta be
done until next
selective.
year.
Yeah,
What?
you have to be selective.
Yeah,
They're expensive.
yeah. And honestly, authors don't really make money from them.
Mhm.
So it's yeah, you just have to be selective.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so if you want to take this time and shout out what you're working on, obviously we know we talked about your book coming out soon, but anything
Yeah.
else you'd like to share?
So I have new covers coming for the series. So this is pretty much the first look. I made one other reel, but Yeah, I love them so much. So those are really exciting for me to show off. And then book 3 is coming out September 9th.
Oh, that's so
Um
pretty.
it is the most bantery book that I've written ever and maybe will ever write. And I adore it. It's so much fun, and um it is not very ragey. One, so it follows two sisters. One of them is very much Marin vibes. But it more so follows the other sister, which is um a little bit more slow to anger and patient and maybe sensitive. And it was fun reaching into that after writing Marin for 2 books, and just playing with the development of that type of character. But it's a really fun book, and I've had so many people say it's their favorite in the series so far. So,
That's so
um,
exciting.
yeah. And then after this, I am going to be working on a dystopian um romantasy. I'm really, really excited about. I haven't really talked a lot about it yet, but I can say expect metal wings
Oh,
and um, some science experiments kind of anger. I don't know if
okay.
that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm so here for it. Wow, I get
Yes.
the exclusive
This is
drop.
like the first that I've announced it. Yeah. So
Oh
there you
my
go.
gosh, that's so cool. I'm honored. I'm absolutely honored for you to share. That's so exciting. Yay. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cool. Yeah, this was awesome. I had such a good time talking with you.
Me too. Thank you again for having me. So
Of
much
course.
fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. Okay, I hope you have a great day. I hope y'all have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hey Goops, we are officially launching new ways that you can support the show. If you're in the bookish space and you have a product or service that you want talked about on the podcast, visit the website below and you can see all of the options that we have. Our show is growing so fast and we would love for you to be a part of it.